Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC Born Rob Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. This channel is dedicated for those who want to visit Medellin, Colombia, who want to visit anywhere in Colombia, or expats who live there and want to see the news in English. Because living there, let me tell you something, it's going to be a struggle trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the news sometimes. So that's where I come in. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to run this quick video. I will see you on the other side. It is only 1 minute for those who complained about the beginning, just to let everybody join or let a couple of people join, just enough for where I can test the video and the sound. Let's do that in 1 minute.
It's a new day and I cannot wait to see the new update of DC Rob on YouTube. His channel is so amazing and fun to watch, gives information about the country, and you always stay updated. I can't wait to go watch his channel.
You try hard to find the answer when no one knows how it feels between disasters. It comes and goes. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. We'll never know. It's weighing me down. Got my feet on the ground. It's hard away from the light. They run away from the light.
Man, I love that video. That video fires me up, and I've been playing that for the past 2 years. At least I had it created 2 years ago. First up, everybody, if you can, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me, if the sound is good, if the video is good before I continue. Yes, hear and see you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gordon Black. Thank you for everybody else who is joining me. Yes, I am back home. I had an awesome time. I was just there for 5 days because, and the main reason, well, the reason I was there, of course, is anytime I want to go. I always want to go. But the reason I was there on this trip is because I was already in Curacao. That is, I mean, straight shot, probably an hour, if that. I mean, hell, we could see Venezuela, or Venezuela was what, 40 miles away or something like that. So I knew that Cartagena was probably, 50 minutes, an hour and a half away, or an hour away, something like that. So not easy to get to Medellin, but of course, I still had to transfer. I think I was on Avianca, but I got business class, which gave me just enough time to run from one terminal to the other, like I was OJ. The early OJ, not the late OJ, even though the late OJ got a reason to run too, had a reason to run. But anyway, so the sound is good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I had an awesome trip. I had an awesome trip. I met some good people. I met you. I met a lot of good brothers and sisters there. That's right. There are sisters there. There are many sisters there. They may not be hanging at Parque Yeres, but they are there nonetheless. I have a list of notes. I'm just going to be on right quick for about a half an hour and see if I can get some feedback from you guys too. But I at least want to let you know with the vibe, what I felt while I was there anyway. Of course, I called Andres. He's actually in the States. So go figure. While I'm flying to Miami, he's flying the other direction. But of course, he set up a driver for me to come pick me up. And I feel so bad for the driver, man. For any driver, for you, if you're calling an Uber, that's straight. But if you got a driver and you set up a time for 7 p.m. or you tell them I'm landing at 7, you figure you'd be out by 7:45, 8. Nah, bro. The line was 2 hours long when I got there. So I'm going to guess it's about an hour a plane. Another plane came in behind me. And the first one hadn't been absorbed yet. I don't know why. I don't want to complain, but I got to bring to the attention to let you guys know that don't know. You will be waiting in line at some point. I communicated with Luis, our group moderator, earlier. He says he comes in about 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not that bad. But I think I got there at 5. I think I got there at 5 or something like that. And then, of course, I had to get to my place, which took, it was probably 8 o'clock by the time I got to my place, because I wanted to go to Hamasita to get me something to eat, but they weren't open. So I had to go somewhere else. Not even sure. Oh, I went up to the park, as a matter of fact, and grabbed something to eat up there. That's when I had the wings that first night at the park. And that's before I even found out a couple other spots that I would have known. Please, if you have a spot there, or if you know of somebody that has a spot there, let me know. I'll be glad to shout them out. And for that matter, shout out to Jay at Sazon, Puerto Rico. That's the man. He's got the location. Let me tell you something. He pulled out a chair, man, and sit up on the curb, man. And I talked to him, heard his whole story. Man, it's some good people there. You know, I know why we go. I know why some go, of course. But I know why others go. And I know why women go. I know why couples go. I know why people want to be expats there. I know why people leave in this country right here. And the best thing you got going for you there, for me anyway, is that you don't have to see the news. So you don't know what the hell's going on back here, and you don't have that stress and drama. But when I landed, it was waiting on me. And of course, unfortunately, I watch YouTube all the time. So I see what's going on. I see the ridiculousness going on, which I'm not even going to comment on. I lost a friend over this, a 35-year-old friend over this. I'm done with that. I'm done with the stupid. I'm done with that. I'm not even going to comment because I don't want to offend it. People get offended. You talk about one person, they talk about your whole everything. Anyway, but I'm in. I had a good time. Yes, I went up Parkieres. I went up there the first couple of nights. Another secondary reason for going there is to meet a few of my contacts as well as get my teeth right. Now, with these lights on, I know they bright. Man, when I left there that first day, they were bright. And I watched the video today because I was looking going, man, I lost some of my brightness. And they're not that bright. They brighten these lights. They're bright. Don't get me wrong. I'm shining bright. But these lights right here accentuate it and make it. And why did that light cut off? Which is strange. Hang on a second, because I like that light on. Why the hell did it cut off? Did I blow the bulb? Is there a ghost in here hitting it? Or did I not cut it on? Maybe that light wasn't on. I don't know. Anyway, so I get to my first Airbnb. I stayed in Berlin. If you know 33 divides Laureles from Berlin. And so I stayed on the Berlin side, which is the same as the Sweet George Cafe. We used to say Laureles all the time, but it's actually Berlin. So I stayed about a block away from there. The place was decent. You saw it. It was small. It was nice. Everything I needed. Hey, heavy water, hot water, a balcony. And my balcony, because I was on the backside, the backside is quiet. I was on 33, so I could overlook the main drag. And I think that Friday night, there was a club downstairs somewhere. There was a little banging, but it went away. So which makes me think maybe it was una chiva that just blasted and kept on going because I didn't hear it. And then I was out anyway. And then when I came in, sound probably wasn't going to bother me then. But my first Airbnb, the first thing I remember about it was when I walked in the door, the security guard officer, he goes through all the stuff and we need your passport. And he, okay, por seguridad. Cuando tú tienes, when you bring a girl back, or no, he said girl. He said, if you want to bring a guest, bring a guest back to your eyes and then don't even worry about it, dude. I ain't bringing nobody back. Look. I ain't getting got. I ain't making nobody's news. I ain't making another YouTuber's news. It ain't going to happen. I mean, I'm doing my best to make sure it ain't going to happen because I know it's going to run. And if I die, that's then it's on national news. But I'd like to think that somebody would have brought it up to the national news. But he let me know that and if somebody comes, I let him give like 30 seconds of a spiel before I cut him off. And he said that nobody's going to be able to leave without you coming down with him. I would suggest, because I'll tell you about my second block. Can't tell you much about my second Airbnb. Sorry. But they tell you that that no one can leave without you both being there. And then I don't know if they hold the ID. I don't understand that. Maybe they held the ID and then give it back when you leave. That's even smarter because hold that ID. I think most places give it back. You guys know. Tell me in the comments section. I don't know. I don't know if they give it back to you, give it back to the girl at the end, or they hold it until the end. It makes sense for me, for them to hold ID at the end. More reason for them to stop by on their way out. But anyway, that Airbnb was nice. I was able to get over to Hamasitas, I did an interview with her, 8 months ago. A nice little restaurant in the nice area. It was 11-minute. I put it on, it's an 11-minute walk. And I love walking Laureles. There's no other place. And I don't love walking Poblado. Sorry. I don't love walking Poblado. I love walking Laureles. And if you've been there, then you know it's because Laureles and Berlin are flat. Poblado. And remember, when you land, you already higher than back home. For me, anyway. I mean, unless you live here in the mountains, I live at sea level. I'm in Houston. Galveston's an hour away. From downtown Houston, you can see Galveston. You can see the water. You can see the Gulf from one of the tall buildings, at least from the 52nd floor, I know. But anyway, so Hamasitas, make sure you get by Hamasitas. If you like Jamaican food, man, her food was good. I thought, you never know. I mean, I knew it was good, but you never know till you try yourself. I heard from you guys and all the other people who go there, and shout out to the sister that I met there, happened to be from Houston. You didn't tell me you were from Houston. Sorry, I wasn't over listening to your conversation, but I heard you say that. So, you know, I don't intrude on people's conversations, but those wings and the mushrooms, shout it. The mushrooms alive. Make sure you get it's mushrooms and onions and peppers. And man, I did the shrimp the next night. That's when my camera fell. And I went on that live. If you didn't see it, go back and look at that live. Let's see. Okay. Shout out to everybody that I met too. Man, I met some good guys and girls. Again, I don't remember. I'm not good with names, and I'm surely not good with names that I'm going to see here. Like, oh, Gordon Black. That's easy. I see you, Gordon. Lionel Jones. Oh, whoa. Okay. Now you messing up my whole premise here. Neville Fletcher. You got real names. Todd Sellers. Nomad Man. You got names here, but it was Choco. I think Choco something. Good brother that sent me over to meet Jay. And he caught me just in time, and I was actually standing right in front of his place. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go over, man. So let's see what I can do to help, since some people come through, you know, buy a drink, support our own, and buy our own expats. He was from Jersey. So again, stop on by there too. Sazon, Puerto Rico. And shout out to Jay over there, the owner. He'll be out front. He's working. So he wasn't hard to find. When I asked the bartender, hey, ¿dónde es un dueño? Yeah, él es. Okay, so I go talk to him. Good guy. Let me tell you something. And from Jersey. So, but I want to say there were 3 running statements that I heard from a lot of people, probably 50% of you guys that came up and gave me a shout out, whether it was at the airport, standing in line again, or when I landed in line, or just getting in and buying my bottle before I leave, because I want my own bottle. I don't just drink out of anybody's bottle. But I left that bottle at the second Airbnb because I couldn't even drink half of it. You know, I pregame before I go out, try to save some money. It is what it is. That's how I live. But a few of the statements that I got, man, they gave me the warm and fuzzies anyway, was, you're a blessing. That's a quote. You're a blessing. He said, thanks for what you do. And the other one is, you're saving lives. So just when I get down, like yesterday, man, when I got back to the States and I was just beat up and tired. And I'll tell you about towards the end, my flight at the end had me snapping where I was like, motherfucker. Yeah, I showed out at the airport. I'm just glad I didn't get arrested. But I mean, they can only push you but so far. And yeah, it was Spirit, but it wasn't the airlines. All airlines are the same. That's like saying Democrat and Republican. They all suck. Some of the seats are better, but they all suck in general in operations. And they all utilize the same facilities, and, you know, so they got the same issues. But the one thing I noticed at MDE was just a lot of people, man, and walking around Parque Quieres. There's a lot of people going. There's a lot of people going, walking around the park. It's incredible, man. It is a beautiful city. It is a beautiful city full of culture. And for those who have told me in the comments section, and I'm going to tell you, this is a stupid comment. And for those who watch me for any period of time, know it. When they say, oh, you tell us don't go, and now you going? Somebody here tell me right now when I said don't go. I have said a year and a half ago, and I can tell you when too, November and December of 23. If you remember, then you would know all that stuff went on, where I said I can't recommend going there, especially if this is your first time, you don't speak Spanish, and you're going solely for women. Don't go. And I'm going to tell you something. It is a year and a couple of months later, and I still say the same thing. If you are going for your first time, and the other one too, and you get drunk, you know, you're all by yourself, you get drunk, and you just got on your P's and Q's, and you're going down there for the girls, and it's your first time, and you haven't done due diligence. And you don't have any friends there, and you don't speak Spanish, because non-speaking Spanish is prevalent. Shout, you're going to run up on some people that just don't speak English, or they speak English and don't want to struggle with it. So they make you struggle. And some can pick out some words. So cuidado, just be careful. Okay. But let me keep going. I'm just going to be on here, like I said, another half hour. I'm going to the spot up the street. I'm just going to get one drink, little margarita, and dinner, and I'm coming back, because I know I ain't gonna meet nobody unless I go outside. That's my whole. I'm dating a couple people, but you know, and I'm going to touch on that at the end too, because somebody said, "Oh, Rob, I didn't know you were single again. You ain't say anything about it." So bring it up in one of your videos. So I'm going to do that today. But anyway, it was cool to meet all of you guys. From meeting Roman at the gym, going in the gym, Josh, top of the escalators. Again, I'm bad with names, but some of you guys' names I do remember. Again, Choco, and tell me if it's the end of that or something. But and the guys that I met coming in and out of my dentist office, that's a blessing. Let me tell you something. Get your smile right. Get your smile right. May save your life. If your health, your teeth, your gums, all that stuff is part of your health. It's like saying you're not going to take care of your heart if you don't take care of your teeth, or you're not going to take care of your veins, or I don't know, whatever internal organ. You're not going to take care of your whatever that's going to affect. You're not going to take care of your feet. Don't take care of your feet. You got a problem, especially if you're diabetic. But shout out to you guys and for all the well wishes and stuff too. I went down again. The second reason, the main second reason was is because I needed to get dental work. So, and I think I said this years ago. I used to have a gap right here, years and years, over 15 years ago. I had it replaced, and it's just that time where he needed to replace it again. I'm like, man, I got faith in you, brother. I got faith in you. Take it out and put it in there, and there you go. Man, my dentist is awesome. Go see Dr. Carlos Mari if you need to get just a whitening. Because here's the thing too. He told me don't do the laser whitening. A lot of people come down and want to do that one setting and laser. And then they found out 2 years later, because he studies this stuff. He comes back to the States and studies. They realized that it has something to do with a heart disease. Did you know that? That using the lasers could affect your nerves. Either your nerves also could be either extra sensitive or not sensitive at all, which is just as bad. So take care of your teeth, guys. While you're there, it's so inexpensive there for medical care. Why would you not get your teeth taken care of? I mean, it's the first thing people see. It is the first thing people see, unless you're a mean mugger and you're just walking around. Man, you all like that, trying to be cool and yeah. But you know, the ladies like you to smile, man. Smile. Hey, if it ain't you, don't be what's not you. But shoot, I'm smiling. I never smiled as a child. Both my teeth, and just that's the way I grew up. Just everybody was just all what and going around and fighting and just, you know. But I'm past that stuff now, man. I'm loving life. I'm loving being single, and I'm enjoying myself right now. So anyway, so let me touch on that. I got a few more things, and I'm gonna look at a couple. I'll look at a few of the comments before I jump out of here. But the 3 days of dental work, the first day was to get the main stuff and the cleaning. Well, I came back, had to finish the cleaning on the second day, and then the whitening. Man, ain't nothing like sitting there. It is, man, I got a picture. I took a picture of myself. That mouth extender or whatever, cheek extender, so she can get all in there. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I say, man, you know, you're my boy, man, but ain't nothing like sitting in this chair. But you sit there for 40, 45 minutes and you come back and do it again this next day. Bad out. I'm done. I'm straight. Okay. And the location is like, he's got the location on 43rd, which is, what is it? I want to say Las Vegas. Not Las Vegas, Poblado Avenue. So yeah, he's between 10 and between the mall. So either way, I walked to the mall, walked back to 10th Street. Either way, I was good. And somebody tell me about I know the Wi-Fi is in all the parks. I tried to use the Wi-Fi in the parks. Everything let me log in except for the phone number. Somebody give me the skinny on that. Somebody there got to know how to put the numbers in. Is it 1 + 1 57 in a number? I tried that. Is it 1 + 1 in my number with the dashes, without the dashes? Somebody help a brother out, man. Anyway, I couldn't get it done, but get your teeth right. He's at a central location too. And I'm going down a list of things I have too. One thing, remember I said in a couple of videos ago, on my last day, I like passing out change. Well, the whole time I didn't wait till the last day. If I got some change, very rarely it was this time, because I didn't spend a lot of money. But I give it to the indigenous, and the little kids, little girls, you know, some of them you can't even tell they kids, they so short. And you know, on calle this, which is where they are, they're holding their hand out to you, give them that, they look at you like this. I kid you not. Like that's all. I'm like, really? On top of that, prices have gone up. Everything has gone up. Ubers have gone up twice as much in the past 5 years. I'm sorry. That's a lot. Twice as much? Exactly. I remember how much it used to cost going across town. And we were complaining, man, I paid $1.89. until it was a game, and it was like, man, they charged me $3 a night with that overcharge. And again, yes, I am taking the taxis because the taxis are on the Uber. I went over that in the other short. If you didn't see it, go back and take a look at it. Okay, I'm almost towards the end before I'm gonna interact. But my second Airbnb, let me tell you, and I told you this was a baller place. I felt like a baller when I walked in there, and I still feel like that is the baddest Airbnb I've ever had. I've had just as good of experience because there's a nature one that I like where I have my best Airbnb ever, which is posted. You type in DC Born Rob, my best Airbnb ever, and it's going to take you to where? Anybody knows me to know? Where am I going? Guatemala, Lake Atitlan, and Antigua. Again, guys, if you love your girl and you're in Colombia, take it. That's a quick ride for you. If you're in Colombia, man, and you love your girl there, or you love your girl here, you got a girl here, or you just want a girl, you want to impress her, and you want some peace anyway, or take her, or go by yourself. Do like I do. I go by myself. I meet people wherever I go. You saw me on my live down there. I meet people wherever I go. So I can't tell you about my Airbnb. My host wants to be quiet. My host is a supporter. My host is a friend. And my host is just quiet. He's just low key. He wants to be in the shadows. And of course, I got to honor that. And he allowed me to stay at this fabulous place, man. This I can't tell you. I can't tell you about him, his friends, his house, his staff. Man, just the service. I've stayed at the Ritz. I've stayed at some nice hotels. Henry Hotel, still one of my favorite hotels in Tennessee. Memphis, not Memphis, Nashville. Man, blown away by that hotel. Same thing with this Airbnb. But the service, man, when the gentleman takes me in, like I says right now, because I'm going to talk to him sooner. He's actually, well, I'll tell you later. But he says, if you need this, you need this. He does a little walkthrough. It's amazing. And this is how this works, and this is how this works. You want to change the lights, do this. You want to add sound here. You want to put TV on. And he does his routine. And he said, I remember them saying something, need clothes wash, just call us, tell us. We'd like to get some clothes washed. We'll wash whatever clothes. It was like 5 o'clock, 5:30. We were going out that night. I don't know. We were hooking up at 8, I think. So I'm like, I said, it's probably too late, but I asked her to come up. She was there in less than like 45 seconds. I'm like, man, do they live here? So she came up, she said, and we talk a little bit in Spanish, and my Spanish is, I can be understood. I'm not fluent. Okay. But we're talking back and forth, and she says, yeah, we can do it now. And I'm like, okay, so it'll be back mañana or esta noche? O esta noche? It's like, I'm like, tonight? So how long? She, well, 45 minutes, she show up, and it's all neatly folded. And I'm like, man, this is a life, B. This is, man, this was definitely dream building. Man, this was definitely dream building for me. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I work for somebody right now, but I always have something on the side, stuff you don't even know. I always have my hustle on. I show up on one of them dating shows. I'm the guy that's doing this and that and day job and all that, man. My evenings, my weekends, and of course, e-commerce. You don't have to do much, but it's still another side hustle. So keep that in mind as another option. But anyway, we end up going out that night. We go out to a whiskey bar, which I found out I don't hate whiskey. I was like, I'm really not. We'll try this, Rob. And he's like, bottle, give us the best this. And I'm like, and I tasted it, and a big, and I always wanted, I may have that tonight. So you know what? But I can't afford what I had that night. I just no, let me go back to let me go back to something else. And I had a big ice cube in the middle. And I'm like, man, it's not that bad. This is actually good. So anyway, we end up, he and his friends, my host and his friends went out to a club. And I'm thinking, man, we can go to the club. It's like 9:30. It's going to be a line out front. Sure enough, we pull up front and there's line. I'm like, there you go. This line is like, Rob, you look at me like I'm crazy. Like, okay, so no worries there. No problems. Had a good night. Such a good night. I can't tell you about it. Well, I can tell you. Nope, can't tell you that. Well, anyway, I can't tell you that either. So it was a good night. It was so good. I think I missed Sunday. That was Saturday night. So yeah, we partied hard. So, but had a great time, man. And it gave me another perspective too. There is another side to Medellin. There are business people living there. And the brother I met in the line too, man, again, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I'm not even sure if you told me your name, the second guy, not the first line, but when we were getting ready to board, was telling me something. He works here, so he was going back and forth. So I don't know. You tell me, is there a lot of you guys working both places, working there 6 months, or 3 months back, or just go back to visit or go back to collect your mail? You tell me in the comment section of this video and any other video. I'm going to go back. I'm running out of right after this, but I'll definitely follow up with the comments. But in short, I had an awesome trip, and that last night just set the whole trip off. I mean, you know, I'm out there smiling because I'm just like when I sat in that chair at the place next to Gusto's, there's a little swinging wicker chair, whatever that is. Man, I was like, man, I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed to live the life that I have. Now, we all create our own realities, I think. So in my mind, I've already thought ahead and created this type of a scenario and this type of night. And to meet some good people like that, man, it just, man, some good people. And let me stop also and say, if there's anybody who's going through any health issues, any struggles, good vibes your way, prayers and good vibes your way to you and your family. Somebody in the past 2 years, man, I just know too many people that have just gone through it, you know? And so prayers and good vibes to you and your family, man. For anybody who's struggling for anything health-wise, financially, or anything else, again, put the work in. Everybody put some work into your health also. I weighed myself this morning. This is after a trip to Curacao, where there was buffet foods and seafood. Boom, boom, boom. We on the beach part. And then I go to Medellin. I'm eating fish with sauce and all this stuff. I lost 5 pounds. I ain't never been on no work trip and lost jack. If I lost it, I found it back before I got back here. That's for sure. But I was sticking to it, man. I still had good food. But as we're going down the buffet line, you know, they always put the filler food up front. The salad, which I get the salad, but then it's the rice, and it's the potatoes, the rotini or whatever. And I just skip right straight, going up to the meat. And the meat, I may take a little bit of potatoes if there's something at the end just to taste it, because I wonder what it tastes like. So I do all that, and I lost 5 pounds and don't eat any dessert and only drink water and coffee. So I'm good to go. But anyway, so let me jump in and see if there's anybody who wants to comment right quick. And I did fly back that night, man, that night. Oh my God. I left. I got dropped off at the airport at 11. My flight was 2:20. I waited like 2 hours. I mean, they made me stand in line, and Spirit supposedly, at least Spirit in the States has a separate line for big seat people. That's right. I'm flying Spirit, but I only fly big seat. I can sell the big seat. Yes, it's worth it. It is one level under first class. You board first, seat don't recline. And if you get the second row, it's only the first 2 rows, at least on the planes I've been on, the first 2 rows. So on the second row, somebody behind me got a little leg room shortage back there. So you may feel them bumping the seat every once in a while. But if you sit up on a bulkhead, you sit on the front row, then you have nowhere to put your bag. And I always have my backpack, and I need to go in my backpack. I'm cleaning. You know, first thing I do is I'll wipe stuff down. I'll wipe the seat down, wipe the vent. Yeah, that's me. That's me in my Airbnbs too. But let's see. I'm going to jump through here. Some of the old ones. Fire Gordon Black. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to, I think you were here first, as a matter of fact. Last time I forgot to click on the buttons, man. Yeah, I'm not a live expert. You know, for me, this is like extra work. Okay, he got me. Let's see. Welcome back. Glad you had. There you go. I keep forgetting to click on it. Glad you had a safe time. Appreciate you out in Santa Marta, also known as Happy in Santa Marta. I'm happy everywhere. Yeah, here and saw great. Excellent. They here. Okay, I got all the here's out of line. I've learned this week that the influx of expats in Colombia is a pre-World War II level. If you have any info on that, share that with me, because I know I did meet somebody that just said, I'm after what's going on here, not even going to comment on it, said, I'm leaving, and left. Excuse me. So I know a lot of people are leaving. I get it. But Stardust was great. Oh, JF, were you the one to email me? Let me know, and I'll look for that one. When I said, because I don't know all the restaurants, man. Some of you had recommended something. It was just a short time, and by the time I heard some of the recommendations, you know, my meals are planned. I eat 3 meals a day, and I fast, so I don't eat my first meal till at least here at 10. When I'm away, if I can make it to 11, 12, then I don't eat till then. So it's not like I'm going to run out and buy breakfast. But yeah, Bastardo's is my place. That's up in Provenza by the bridge. Except I don't like that plastic tent they put up front because I like to sit up front and see down. That plastic tent blocks what you can see, and then people are sitting down there. It's nothing fancy down there. Inside, especially upstairs, noise. Yo, what's good? It's a pleasure meeting you in Medellin. Showing up. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad you came up and said something, man. I'm thankful for everybody who came up and said something, man. That is cool to meet you guys face to face. It's just the names, and that's show enough. So it's hard for me to remember some of the names. Some of yours are pretty catchy. Purely backlog at immigration. Yeah, it was 6. I count them. You know, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 hours is too long to be moving at like 3 inches at a time. It's too long, but nothing you can do. You can't act up. You know, you act up, you ain't getting in. They're always watching you, remember? Somebody's in the back room. Just because you don't see the officer right there, somebody's in the back room watching you on camera. You are being profiled, believe that. Facts. That's where I met you. Okay. At Bastardo? Wait a minute. Okay, now, at the airport. Okay, yeah. I usually get there at 3 and usually am waiting in line for at least an hour. An hour is not bad. I'll take an hour anytime. Just let the line move. At some point, man, you want to turn around and get back on the plane. That's what I felt like, man, is there a way out of here? Is there a back door, a side door? Put me in a side room. I'm tired of standing. What if you didn't eat? And that time I didn't eat until I think I ate it. I don't know. Did I eat? I think I ate at the airport. So I ate probably around 12. So here it is 5 o'clock at night and I haven't eaten. Okay. What date there last time? It was good. You're lucky. I'm here at work. Sorry about that, Neville. I've been working all day, but I love my job. That's important, guys. If you don't love your job, it's called something else, not work. I'll be there next week to start my yearly 8 trips per year. Damn, 8 trips per year. Oh, shit. What's that? Every month and a half? Let's see. I wish. Okay. I'm moving here for good. Only back to the U.S. for grandkids and occasions. I feel you. I feel all of you guys who just want to get in. Hey, trust me. I see why you guys go. I know why you guys go. And not just for the girls. I don't want to say that because every guy is not going for the girls. I'm going to tell you something. I was shocked. I know there's a lot of expats there. I've always known that. But damn, it's a lot of them. Male, female, couples. I saw a lot of couples. A lot of couples. Thank you for the info and updates, Rob. Stay safe and stay strong. Appreciate you, Todd. I appreciate all, especially my regulars too. Nice to see you back, Rob. I was in Medellin CTG for a month, moving there in October. Which one? Or you the one that said that above? Medi or Cartagena? I just can't do the heat. The heat was there. The warmth, should I say the humidity, was on full display. The park was live. How was the park? Was the park packed as always? Absolutely. Not so much on Wednesday, but of course I went back Thursday, Friday, just to walk through and see who I can meet. But Saturday, we didn't go to park. And the people I went with when we went out, we went to a Colombian club. We didn't go to a regular club, but I did meet a brother in line there too. So the only other American or tourist or expat that I saw anyway, we talked in line. And he knew who I was. T-Mac says I live in Laurel, so I try to catch up with you next time. Bet. Man, yeah, I was over there. I shot, see, a lot of people saying, man, Rob, you in town? We'd be over tomorrow night. I'm like, damn, man, I've been here 3 days. I've been out 3 days. I thought I put out a bunch of shorts. Tell me this too. What I don't know is what percentage of videos you watch shorts versus a full length, because the shorts are easy. They're easy to do. I can pop them up. And now they don't have to be a minute. They can be 3 minutes long without me running through my Airbnb and recording it 4 times just to get the safe in the picture. I literally did that before I realized, whoa, I got 3 minutes now. Delta's not bad. I love 1.3 lifetime miles on Delta. I got you. I love Delta. But let me tell you right quick what happened to me though. I went back when I left. Yeah, I got there. I don't know what time I got there. Oh, at 11 or 12. I got there at 12. Took off at 2:28 or supposedly somewhere around there we left. We get all the way to MCO. Where's MCO? Orlando. Go to Orlando. And then I'm there at 5:30. And when we walked through security and turned the corner, I said, oh my God, God loves me. There was nobody in line. So it was just us. And I was in the big seat, so which means I was first. So walked straight through like butter. I mean, didn't have to check my bag or anything. Just walked through, went through security, and security had nobody there either. And then this is like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Nobody there either. So I passed the food court, walked my bag through. I'm TSA approved. I don't have to take any shoes or none of that out of my bag or nothing. And I'm in. Flight leaves supposed to leave at 10:30. We get on the plane. We start boarding. I'm sitting up front. I'm first on. We waiting. I'm so tired. And now I'm agitated. I just want to go home. At this point, I'm homesick. I just want to go home. I go home. I mean, I'm relaxing. I'm like not even realizing how much time has gone by. 2 hours have gone by with us sitting at the gate. We have no issue. And it looks like we had some maintenance and we changed the maintenance, the whole maintenance thing. And then the maintenance thing, right? What's the second thing after the maintenance thing? Well, now we just need to get the maintenance paperwork. We're just waiting on the paperwork. Maintenance is done. 2 hours. Now I'm getting restless. So we pull out on the tarmac. 2 hours. Yay, we finally going. We pull out on the tarmac and we sit there. And I'm watching, videos, listening to reggae, and I'm just, I normally save my music towards the end when I know I'm winding down. But then, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, an hour later, which you don't want to hear. So we're about to go back to the gate. Everybody, I don't know who these people were behind me. And if you was on that flight, it was some yelling. It was some unhappy people. I was mad inside, but I said, okay, I'm not going to say anything. We'll keep quiet. But I snatched my bag. I was mad. I snatched my bag out the overhead. Bam! Man, put my backpack on top of it. Man, I'm walking. I'm serious. I'm fired. I'm pissed. Now I'm angry. And I don't know. I don't remember what the guy at the top of the jetway at the gate said, but it didn't go. I snapped. I snapped like 4-letter words. Motherfucker. I mean, I snapped. I hadn't done that in a long time, man. There is no pressure like flight pressure. Let me tell you, the most important thing I have in my life is my time, and you just screwed me over when I wanted to get home. And I'm not going to put this on Spirit because this happens on any flight. It is just the operations in general and the lack of information that they give you. And then when I sat down, and I heard, and it was like I don't know how many people. It was 170 some people, so 100 people standing in line, and I'm off first. So I sat down and they said, we got to reissue boarding passes. And so everybody got to stand in line. I said, man, that's when I snapped. You going to tell us now we got to stand in line? I was the first one off this plane. I ain't standing nobody. Man, I was sitting there, when you patting your foot, cops around now. I think that'll quieted me down. Because I've had 10 dropped on me before when I snapped at the airport 20 years ago. You have to be quiet. This is what you're going to have to do. You got to be quiet. I said, what you're going to have to do is get me on another flight. That didn't scare me. He said, you're going to keep on talking to yourself back in the back of a truck. And I was like, man, y'all need to get me out of here. They wouldn't even change the time. The time was wrong. It was a mess. Anyway, calm down, guys. Don't be like me. So you just felt just as safe as in the past? Yeah. Because again, the reason I would not feel safe is if I was a newbie, if I'm picking up girls on the street, if I'm bringing them back to my place, if I'm bringing 2 girls back to my place, and if I don't speak no Spanish. Any arrangements you want to put, that's where I think you lose your safety. Unless you go in a bad neighborhood that you just know. Like I got bad neighborhoods here. It's a neighborhood here, I think I told you guys before, it's called the jungle. The hell am I going to jungle for? Man, I ain't going to nobody's jungle. So I'm just saying, I would say I felt safe. Yeah, I felt safe. I felt no threats, no nothing. That's relative. I go a lot of places. I may not feel that, but you may. It depends on where you're from. Remember when I moved there 5 years ago, I heard gunshots my first 2 weeks. They wasn't shooting at me, so it didn't bother me, and it was two rare circumstances that had nothing to do with me or nothing to do with anybody else. It was that particular person. So overall, I mean, I think it's safe. It's just when you get at night and add one more factor to it, over drinking. Because I did have some drinks. So, but I know when my switch flips, I have an internal switch, a warning switch that says, time to go. I'm out. I promise you, I know how to leave real easy. It's that, nope. I may be having a conversation with you. No, man, how are you? Oh, man, gotta go. I ain't lying. I walked out on many conversations, and if I'm with a boy with my boys, or I'm with a girl, then I need somebody to look out for me, and you watch out for me. But we still need to go home. Just help get me home. It's good. It's about bringing your P's and Q's. Got to be on your A game. Like D. Dodd used to say, "Don't come loose. Don't come loose." But if and I hate using I know how to move. I know how to move. It's a true statement. I still believe it encompasses everything. And when you know how to move, you know how to move around. And I want to say, let me shout out to my contacts down there that has been helping me for so long, so many years. And especially this one young lady. I hope she sees this. It was just a blessing to meet you. You are one of the brightest, smartest, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. And I learned a lot. And you learn a lot because of the assistance that she's been giving me and some of the families. Remember the families. If a family loses a loved one, just like if any of us, if we lose the loved one there and we see the stories, we're going to investigate. They're going to go on YouTube, type on somebody's name and whatever, and it's going to bring them to my video. So, which is why I'm so watchful of the comment section. So, and if there's somebody that runs into that situation, that needs help, that needs somebody in the know, that's when I reach out to her. And she has just been a blessing for a lot of families. So for those who have gone through this, if you're here, please give a shout out to her and her organization. But she does way more than that. It was just a blessing to get to meet you. I am so thankful. This trip was just awesome. It was time for me to come home at the end, though. It was time for me to come home. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go. Show enough. And you show enough caught it after I said it. Because I know I'm behind. Yes. And not drinking too much. Because I see the guys stumbling around. I see him chasing and stumbling. But yeah, you went to Allegra Dental in Laureles. That is my normal dentist. No, my dentist's name is Dr. Carlos Maury. His information is in the description of all my videos. This is a live, so it's not there yet, but it will be. Or go to any other of my videos. Or reach out to me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll send you the information. I'll send you his company information. But he is my dentist, and he does a lot of you guys, because I think every patient that came in and out of there, other than me, knew who I was or I'd already known. So just a blessing. Hey, what a good dentist in Cartagena. I don't know if anybody knows. That's a good one. When somebody asks a question, guys, and please chime in and ask them. So he's looking for somebody who has a dentist in CTG. But get your teeth right, man. Get your teeth. It feels good to run my tongue on the inside of my teeth, and it's just, I feel shining, bro. Shining. I'm shining. Okay. Have I ever met David from Life with David? No, I never met him. I know who he is because obviously I've been doing this for a few years. I need a dentist for my daughter. Bring your daughter by my dentist again. Same thing applies. Our investment. I may have to click over some of these. So I'm going to get as many as I can because I got to get out of here. I more than anything, I haven't eaten, and I'm trying not to pay a cover. So, Kev, I'll see you in a minute. That's my bartender. Shout out from Las Americas. Just bought my place here. Best up and coming area, Medellin. Bad. I saw that when I rode by. I don't think I walked around Las Americas. Good deal. There's a lot of you guys. Anybody tell me this hopefully before I can get to the end. If there's anybody here who has moved there because of the current situation or is going to move there because of the current situation, let me know. Comment, please. I want to see that. So I want to see that at the end. Before I get in, before I get out, I wonder if they take walk-in or do you have to make an appointment? Got to make an appointment. Shoot, you got to make an appointment to get in the front desk. Man, the lady at the front desk. You know, I always talk to my Uber drivers, my taxi drivers. That's my classroom. So I'm always starting with the same thing. Hablo un poco español, okay? Ah, sí, okay. Pero necesito practicar. So I let them know that I need to practice. And I start off all the time. And they say, oh, I get una palabra, one word per trip I want to learn. I remember when I learned oscuro, because I was like, man, you got tint on the windows? How can you do that? We can't do that. We can't have tint on the, they got tint on the windshield. They got tint on the rear window. They got tint on the side. And I've had Ubers drive up. I could not see who was in the car. Front, back, side, because I had a girl the last time. We spoke fluently. I thought I spoke Spanish. And if you're watching this and you remember, because she spoke a little English too, she was from Bogota. But there's times I get in and it's like, I'm like, what language? What language are they speaking? It ain't Spanish. It wasn't even Portuguese. I was like, what? I'm lost. And I know it's Colombian. You hear some Spanish words, but man, the struggle was real. Let me tell you, sometimes the struggle is real. I don't know why. Somebody help me out. Sometimes I feel like I'm so comfortable when I'm just fluent with that person? Is it the person? I know sometimes, obviously, the main reason is the speed, how fast they talk, but I don't get why sometimes I'm just like, because it's like Morse code, you miss one letter, everything else behind it is scrambled. Same thing in Spanish for me. If I miss one word, it's like, or some tense I don't get. The tenses is where I'm challenged also on some words. More than anything, it's the lack of my vocabulary. The location that you show in your video is in Laureles. He must have changed practices. If you're talking about his spot there, yeah. I know exactly where that is because that's his old office. No, he's got his own office. He was a dentist. He was a partner in that group. Now he's got his own place on 43rd. Big time. My dentist is big time. He will explain to you like I don't know anyone in any field, or maybe my boss, but that explains things to you where you understand it. And he knows if you understand it or not. Okay, the reason we're doing this is because of this and because of that, because this could happen. And, I go in there like it was warm outside, man. I had veins in my arms. I barely have any now. And I go in there and it was like, no veins in my arms, man. Because I'm like, yo, you got the AC on, it's freezing in here. Well, there's a reason that he keeps it on, something about something in the air, I forgot, but they give me a blanket, I'm straight. But the way he explains it is because the veins contract, because the coolant, I understand it. Evidently I can't teach you, but no, he was in Laureles. You're right. Them jerk wings at Hamaquita are on fire. You ain't lying. Man, broke my heart. I think it was 6. Is it either 6 or 4 wings? It's 6 or 4. Either way, I left with 2 because I couldn't eat because the mushrooms, just those 2 little small apps, but those wings were live, man. I went back the other night trying to get them and they closed on me too. I think they closed at 11. I had to go home and then come back, change. I forgot what I was doing. But anyway, Jamacitas, man, on fire. Get by, Jamacitas. Okay, there you go. The jerk wings on fire. I've been in that spot. And yep, ain't lying. He agrees. The consensus is in. Get by Jamacitas and Laureles. And the neighborhood is like, I love that neighborhood too, man. I love that neighborhood. Go back and watch my live from the other night. I enjoyed that meal, and I had the shrimp that night. I ate all that because I think I was going out after that. I didn't walk back that night. Okay, lived there for 6 months. Yes. Not sure what you mean. I took my girl to Santa Marta and it was great. Good deal. Get around, get outside of Parquilletas, man. That's good. But tell me, who was that? T-Mac. T-Mac, if you love your girl, take her to Antigua, Guatemala, then to Lake Atitlan, get you a house overlooking the lake. I'm telling you, she'll love you forever if she don't already. Okay, nice to find Jamaican food there. Yeah, absolutely. There's probably expats who own every ethnicity type of restaurant there, but I just don't know about it. So again, if you know about these people, let me know the names. I'll be glad to to send them over there. If they want to advertise, that's one thing. But outside of advertising just means repetitive, always in front of you. If you just want a shout out, absolutely, I'd be glad to. Man, we got to support each other. I'm in my 4th month in Santa Marta. Love it here. Good deal. Gordon, did you check out? There you go. They're going back and forth. Let me see. That's why I'm here. Love, let me know. Love, I get it. Okay. I live next door to Medellin. I mean, next door to the Hilton. Okay. Gordon Black. Awesome. Okay. You guys are going back home. Home base workers. Imam Alfred Muhammad. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I hope you are well. And I hope your health is well, sir. And thank you for everything that you've done for this channel as well. And for the brothers, of course. The brothers Stevenson. Man, sometimes it takes a group of people to get something done. The proper people, just an assembly of the right people to get something done. And I told you, if I can help in any way, any small way to help them get out of prison, my life will be worthwhile. Well, my life is worthwhile. I'll never forget that night of meeting Roger. Go back and look at that short. I was walking down the street in Tacoma Park going, I love my life. I love my life. I'm so blessed. Yes. Yes. I appreciate the good times, man. And this was one of those trips too. I definitely appreciate that. Being able to go to Curacao, learn, have fun with colleagues/friends. Remember, I've been in this industry for 25 years, but I've been with my current company in the same industry for 14 years. So I'm blessed. I'm here at the Casino Hotel. Know exactly where it is. I happen to remember, oh, shoot, Casino Hotel's right here. I mean, Hollywood. It's probably some level of service in the American business class. Haha. Yeah, man, the service was just phenomenal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, kind of like, this may be a bad analogy, but kind of like going to Chick-fil-A for my first time. They were like, oh, sir, we can take you. I was like, sir, who? You, sir. Be glad to help you. And I ordered, oh, what did I say? My pleasure. Okay. Again, I don't know any dentists there. Have you been to Cali? Never been to Cali. I would go to Cali. I mean, I would go to Cali. Let's say this. If I had a 2-week vacation and I was in Medellin, I would go to Cali for a couple of days. I wouldn't go to Cartagena. I just don't like it. T-Mac. Thank you so much, sir. Much thanks to T-Mac for the $10 donation. You are appreciated, sir. Thank you so much. Nothing like knowing that you are appreciated for what you do. So, man, thank all of you guys. And thank you again for everybody who came up and said, hey, man, but T-Mac, you've been here the whole time, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind sir. What can you tell us about Curacao? Well, we were on a resort, so we did resort things, but I did take a tour as soon as I got there. By the way, I was a day late. I don't know if you heard that story getting in. We missed that whole first day. Me and another colleague got stuck. Another colleague from Houston happened to transfer through Miami where the engine getting ready to come off. We may need to make an emergency landing. And I'm like, we take chances. I'm like, come on, man, we can do it on one engine. Come on, man. We were going past Pensacola. I'm like, what's in Pensacola? Met a viewer there. Shout out to you if you're watching too. And he does the wheelchair service. He says he does 2 days for 6 hours each day, and he flies for free. Don't be shocked. You see DC Rob up at the airport at IAH or HOU pushing the chair for 12 hours a week to fly free. Freaking yes, I would. I don't know where I'm going to find that time because I ain't got time to do nothing right now, man. 8 hours a day and then flipping the switch to this to 10, 11 at night. I'm trying to do maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, but just make them better. Like I've compiled stories, all that stuff's already done. that's already done. Hopefully I'll get that done by tomorrow. Oh, I got another one. Trainwreck says $5. Big up, Rob. You saved a life or two with this channel. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Man, much appreciated. Much appreciated, guys, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. And that, to hear that, just imagine how that feels to hear that when you walking down the street and somebody just says, hey, man. And sometimes people look at you and you don't know if they know you or they get ready, you don't know. But man, I met some good guys, some good brothers, some good travel brothers. I don't do the color thing, remember? I don't do the black brother, the white brother, the Asian brother. All my brothers are my travel brothers. So I don't Pakistani, Indian. I got people from London, Canada, of course, all over the world. So you all my travel brothers. So I don't do that. You should know that by now. JF, yes, I'm still here staying an extra week. I know that feeling. If you can, you do. Ain't nothing like leaving, man. Normally, when you stay there for a time, you just get caught up in it, especially if you get out during the day. If you get out during the day, I think when you get out in the day, you have a hard time leaving. If you just go out at night, I think a week, I would be, just this few days, I almost got burned out. I mean, just so much partying, man. I'm 62, remember. So I'm not going to be out there partying too much drinking. So this is why I'm home. I'm dry out a little bit. I got 2 more weeks of treatments. It's just 1 hour a day. Is it 2 hours? No, once a day, 2 hours a day, and do it at night. So when I get home tonight, I'll put the little gel in it, and I'm going to get white, bright. Wait, see me in 2 weeks. It's rough not taking coffee, though, but I realized to get around. I'm trying to think. I can't drink coffee, can't drink tea. And somebody told me the other day in the comments that caffeine pills. And then I remembered I got vitamin energy. Boom. Done. First thing I couldn't read it, so I had to take a picture and zoom in and go, caffeine, 250, whatever it is. I can't read it now. It was 200 something. So I know just one shot of this in the morning, tomorrow morning, I'm good because I can't do the coffee. I did screw up once on the plane. The last flight, I was so edgy, man. I was to pieces. Spirit's big seat. You get snacks. I mean, they're not fancy snacks. It's not food. And I love airplane food. I've never had a bad airplane meal. I've had about 100 of them. Never had a bad one. But they give you snacks. You get nuts. You get the popcorn with a little sweet and salty nuts. And you get some other crackled nut in a bag. I don't eat stuff in a bag normally, but the popcorn I will. But I asked for a red wine. They do give you drinks. So yes, you can do vodka, wine. And I always do the red wine because I'm not drinking to be drinking. I'm just drinking a sip of my food. And then when I drank the first swallow, I was like, oh, man. It's just not natural. It's just not natural. But I will figure it out. T-Max says, glad you had a great trip, man. Thank you, bro. You appreciate it. Thank all you guys, man. Everybody I met, I'm just so appreciative, man. Let me see how many more I can get through right quick. Oh, damn. Every time I say that, another 10 minutes pass. Okay, what is this? I heard that they're offering biomig to foreigners now on entry. Well, I'm not going to talk from an expert. Luis, if you're in here, you can jump in, please. And if you are, give me a call. If you're watching, give me a call and I'll pull you up right quick just to explain it. Because I asked him, I said, hey, I saw it on the way in. It had one line over there for that, but there was nobody using it. And we all stood in that one line. And then Colombia's with the other line next to it. I'm like, who's using the biomig? I knew he was using it. But he told me today because I saw it on the way out. When I went out, they put my passport in. I said, is this the biomig? Because then they took a snapshot of my eyes. That's biometric. So I said, do I have it now? And he said, no, that's just for when you leave. So there's not a person that actually checked it on the way out. There's just one person, like at Walmart, where there's 8 registers and one person walking around, same thing there. So there may have been 8 different not checkmates, but biomigs. And you just put your passport in, the door opens up, you walk on through. But he said coming in, he thinks it's just for Colombians. So that I don't know. That's as far as I know is what Luis told me. And I hope I'm repeating it correctly. So that's why I'm asking him. Right there. Let's see. Right there with the folks looking to leave. Yeah. But what I was saying is if you yeah, if you there and you go out and you do stuff during the day, you don't get burned out, then you don't want to leave, man. Look at my videos when I was leaving. I was like, man, 2 more days. I had the clock ticking. 1 more day. I got grief from that, from my ex-girlfriend that I went home from. Why are you gonna miss it so bad? And she'd even been there. I'll never forget the day she said, I see why you like it. I remember that. What was the sentiment towards foreigners? For me, I had no problems. I didn't feel anything, but I don't live there. From a couple of the expats, not going to name which one said what, but like I was talking to someone in the mall, and he said, yeah, he said, I noticed it a little while ago. You know, he said, just from the Uber driver, from your taxi driver or whatever, they give you a little something, you know, a little stink eye. You know, it's, you know, you'd have to ask someone, and maybe somebody will comment right here, and the comments will be here even after I'm done. So maybe somebody can comment that lives there, because I think that's the true sentiment, because tourists go to tourist areas and you get treated as a tourist. But when you are an expat and you go to a different area, they don't know if you're a tourist or an expat. So, I mean, and do you speak Spanish too? So speak Spanish. Oh, who was that? Somebody in line asked me, oh yeah, the first 2 guys I saw online when I was leaving said, oh man, I saw your video about the 2 guys that got DRUG on camera. Those 2 Twitch, or not Twitch, whatever was format that they were using. You know, the 2 guys in the Christmas hats, and he said, yo, I think I just got this. And the girl goes, oh, what? And she gets all nervous. And they try to say afterwards that it wasn't real. I still say it was real. And then somebody had passed me something. I can't follow up on all the social media, guys. I apologize sometimes if I'm so late. The quickest for me to see is, of course, email, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. I mean, if you're on TikTok, I don't know. I ain't been on TikTok in about a month or longer. So you may even send me a friend request and I'm not on that. So I apologize for that. But it's only me. Instagram, I go on there every once in a while. Normally when I need to see who's playing at the club tonight. Oh, it's old girl. But shoot, now I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, you'd have to ask a local about that. Go ahead and thought you had to play 90 days. Let's see, extension. Yes, I did. After 3 years. Okay, they're going back and forth. I'm gonna jump over. Good to know, DC Rob. Good to finally catch you. You're live showing live from New York. Thanks, man. Love from New York. Appreciate you. Words are weapons, man. I tell you, sometimes the name words are weapons. That's a good one though. Words are weapons too. Man, words can ruin the world or can change the world. And look what we got now. Listen to the words. Anyway, let's see. You went to Colombia, even though the majority of the news is bad that you post. LOL. There you go. So exactly. This is the comment that I get. Why would you go if I put out bad? I put out all news. I put out news that has to do with foreigners and that have to do with expats that live there. And I'm going to come up with a new statement to start every video that shows that. But what gets me is the people that don't watch to the end, but comments like they watch the whole video. But yeah, I show news that has to do with visitors or expats. What's that got to do about when did I ever say it was unsafe? By me showing the news, does that show it's unsafe? Anybody watch CNN? Anybody watch Fox? Anybody watch MSNBC in the US that still lives here? Why you live here? It must not be safe because they show all the dangerous stuff, right? They show all the news. It's the news, people. It's the news. If you cut on your news in a major city tomorrow morning, it may not be good. It probably not. It's not going to start with the good stuff. I mean, and there's a thin line between doing a video. It's so pretty. Look at the flowers, and 14 people watch it. And I spent hours to make it. So, I mean, there's a thin line between that. So just understand that just because the news may be bad, I didn't say it was bad. So just remember that. And I always, when it shows up on something like that, I always say, I'll still go. I love Medellin. I'll still go. It's not my favorite in the world. No, not no more. You know what that is. Because I've said it 1,000 times. Let's see. Why is it showing up? I don't mind maintenance as long as the flight is safe. I worked as an engineer in aerospace for 25 years. So I know the care and details that go in the safety of the air travel. No one likes delays, man. Yeah, they're all the same. I am not going to fault Spirit for that because heck, I flew down on American, and their engine had issues. So I don't think it was engine this time. I don't think it was something engine serious anyway. But we ended up getting a new flight and got out of there. And I got home at 5 o'clock in the morning. Remember, I left the Airbnb at 11. I was to pieces, man. Literally shaking. I could not fall in bed. I set my alarm for 2.5 hours and fell in bed. And then had to go see my boss in a few hours to get the news. It's tariff time. Everybody loves tariffs, right? It's another word for tax. Enjoy, everybody. Prices are going up on all of us. Hope you like paying more for your food. It's going to get fun. But we made it through the last one, so we'll make it through this one too. It's all blessings. I am thankful for everything I have. So I had American cancel 2 days in a row in Barranquilla. I didn't even know American goes to Barranquilla. Wow. I mean, Barranquilla is smaller. Remember the festival's coming up soon too. I mean, yeah, hey, right. Hey, Rob, do you live in Colombia as permanent resident? No. Nope. I live in Houston, Texas. Everybody listening? I live in Houston, Texas. Been living here 5 years. I've been doing these videos for 5 years. I've been saying I live in Houston, Texas. I switched to the news about 2 years ago, but still, I don't live there. I still travel. I go back and forth as often as I can. But again, I'm not going to pay $900 or $1,000 when I can pay $400 to get to Guatemala. I can pay $395 to get to Honduras. I can pay $475 to get to El Salvador. Or I can get to Mexico for less than $300, $350 probably to go to Guanajuato, Guadalajara, Mexico City, Cancun. It's easy to get here from Houston. So it's for me, it's financial. I can have twice as much fun. And I don't need to be around people, and I don't need to drink all the time. So sometimes I just need to relax and unwind because, this is why I don't have audible alerts on my phone. You will never see me on a live and hear it beeping and popping and clicking. Only my Outlook during the day does that. Any other time? No. Well, when videos pop up, they ding too. But for the most part, this not dinging on here because I got WhatsApp. It's too much. I don't even want to talk about it. It's too much. It's made me, okay, now I said 10 minutes. Okay, I ask because I have to leave in 90 days. Okay, somebody, if anybody has any questions for anybody else, please go back and view some of the comments because this is a community. This is a travel community. Remember, we are a group of sorts, and we should be helping each other and help each other here. Next time, let me know. Come on screen with me so people will see you. So when they see you there, they'll know who you are, and they'll say, "Hey, Joe, Choco," whatever. There's Spanish and there's Colombian Spanish and there's Sierra Nevada Spanish. There you go. My wife is Colombian and I don't drink. There you go. Well, heck, you already got one. Rob's got a Novia. No, I don't. Yeah, somebody told me, let me jump out on that too. Because someone commented a little while ago, said, I never mentioned that I didn't have a girlfriend anymore. Yeah, I broke up in December, like mid-December. It just wasn't perfect. That's all. Sweet girl. Lovely girl. She treated me good. It just wasn't perfect. And why put somebody else? I mean, why block her blessings and block my future blessings to be with somebody when it's not perfect? I'm not even going to say why, but in the beginning, when you start dating somebody, you say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that. And then, 6 months later, it's still the same. And I'm not the type of person to like harping. And if I have to say, and I don't even want to say what it was, but if I have to say something or try to limit somebody's movement, not movement, but speech, and it's not speech, but I don't want to say what it is, but I don't want to, I shouldn't have to comment on somebody, I don't want to do that. And why not? I mean, because she's happy being single. I'm happy being single. And when we met, she said, hey, you don't want to be with me? Let me know. And I was like, cool. Same thing here. Bet. Now I know any relationship I ever get in again, that's how it's going to start. Hey, and a matter of fact, I thought, you know what? We need to do like a 3-month trial period. Like one of these TV shows after like dating 90 Day Fiance. You marriage. What is it? Married at first sight. After 3 months, you get to reevaluate this. Do you want to stay married? Same thing in a relationship. I think it should be like it now. You say, I don't think I want to be in a relationship anymore. And okay, the other person. So you already know that could come. So, you know, it's nothing difficult. I'll find the right person. I know y'all say she ain't here, but I'll find mine. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. But until then, I love me. I love being single. The reason that he asked me the question is, he said, Rob, you seem happy lately. He said, Rob, you seem happy lately. I don't remember the, paraphrasing. He said, but you seem happy lately. Did you still have a girlfriend or something like that? Or are you single or something? Is it because you broke up, whatever, something like that. So you never commented on it. So that's why I'm just bringing it up for this quick second. Anyway, all is good. She's fine. I'm fine. But, and I'm back out on the road in a week, just to Tampa, just for a couple of days though. Hot. I'll catch up on the replay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes. If you just came in and you came in late, this is how it all works on live. Some people come, some people go. So if you missed this, come back later because somebody's going to comment and ask questions on something that happened at the end of this video or something they missed or something somebody missed in the beginning. They're going to ask another video or think I didn't say it or say I said it. Assumption without seeing the whole video. But when you don't see the whole video, you just don't know. Hey, Rob, I'm moving. I'm loving it out here in Colombia. Every night is date night and love my roster of women that drink with me. The best dates are drinking at home. Believe it. It was a bottle that you bought too. Okay. You converted me. I will check out your dentist. I wonder why I never saw him at the old location. Yeah, he's there, man. Call him. Or I think you got my email. Well, everybody has my email, but you may have my WhatsApp already. Shoot me a text and I'll make sure you get it. Carlos Maury, young cat, cool as all get out, sharp, smart. Man, there's some good people in Colombia. And I'm getting ready to help one of them with some business stuff too. I hope we can work together business-wise. Do you know anything about Armenia? I do not. Armenia is beautiful. Somebody else is commenting. And there's T-Mac again. Caribbean shipper customer service. Cali is good. There you go. I can only fly business class, not by choice. Big human being. I see you. Oh, man. I was on Avianca. I forget. Or coming from Curacao to here. Oh, one quick on Curacao. One thing on Curacao that I didn't say. It's very historical. There was a major slave trade there owned by the Dutch. We did the tour. It looks like Holland, like Amsterdam. I mean, and I've been to Amsterdam. It looks just like Amsterdam. It's a strip with the colored buildings. Turns out it's because he's a painter, but he sells paint. That was the history. But the young lady or the woman that was on tour, giving us a tour, said her great grandmother was a slave. It's like her great grandmother was a slave and she knows it and she remembers it and she knows who it is and all the records are there. She said, yeah, they have all their historical records there. They tracked everything. So it's there. They made amends with it. And there's no hard feelings, no animosity, nothing. Not like here in the States where we don't know who the hell we are. I've done my search. If you remember my videos, I've done my search. I spent that time stressed out for 6-8 months trying to figure out who this was and how it matched to this and that. I've done the ancestry.com. Our history was stolen. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, it is very historical. Very historical. It's a set of 3 islands. The ABC. Let me see. Aruba. What's the B? No, Breton. I can't think of it. And then Curacao. Lovely, man. Lovely, lovely. Cool people. All outside, just like Colombia, because it's 100 miles away. Okay. Did I go to Sweet? I went by Sweet Georgia. I went because remember the Poblado one is closed. I went by the one and I was 1 block away. So I went there that first night to eat as soon as I got in. Thinking, okay, I'm a block away. It's 8:30. I'm gonna walk around the corner. Oh, she's stacking up the chairs. I'm like, I did go by again. No, I didn't go by again. I think I went back to Jamasitas. Go where you know. Go to the park instead of getting drunk, F around and find out Colombia and Jurassic. Okay, I got to jump out of here, guys. Will the thrill. Man, how did I miss this? How did I miss it? It's 7:02. Will of Thrill, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir, for the $9.99 super chat. Much appreciated. Rob, sorry I missed you. I stay in Bejo. Where do you stay when you visit? Please send me an email next time you visit. I will make sure that I promote it. Well, see, here's the thing. I can't say when I'm coming. I think only 2 people knew it. Only 2 close people knew I was going. Because I think that 2 or 3 times that somebody that has their face here has announced that they were going, got robbed. I mean, think about it. Like, what's his name? Colin McGregor's manager, somebody else, he's got robbed for his watch. Somebody else got shot. Somebody else. I mean, there's always something going on. Matter of fact, he got shot. Oops, did I say that? But yeah, so I don't say anything. But I will stay in anywhere from Poblado to Envigado to Laureles, and of course you see Belen. Because Belen, I mean, again, 33rd, I think you tell me, 33rd is a dividing line. So yeah, I'll stay on that side. I found that one for, I think I told you guys it was $187 for 3 nights. And thank you to my sister who gave me, man, she always gives me these not gift cards, but gift receipts for Airbnbs or flights or whatever. So she paid for $150. Thank you, sis. Her and I paid like $37. So $187 for 3 nights at that place. The other one, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. But yeah, I will stay in. It's either, it can be wherever, because, if you only have 2 weeks to decide, your number of options are limited. You got 6 months and you booking 6 months. Yeah, so it's wide open. Then I'll probably, stay in certain areas, maybe down in Las Vegas and Poblado, because Las Vegas is flat. On the other side of Las Vegas is where it starts going up. You walk from any one of them metro stops. You walk from Agua Catala, you walk from Poblado, you walking uphill. You head towards Poblado. Bejo is the jungle. There's a difference between, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, Will, you're saying you're in Bejo. Oh, Bejo is the jungle. Well, Will is there. Will, you tell us. Will, do me a favor and reach out to me at dcbonerockgroup@gmail.com. Let's talk, man. I'd like to, you can give us insight on Bejo, because from what I see, it's all from the news. I don't know anybody that lives there and go, Rob, I live in Bejo. So if you do, and I know there's different parts of everything. So do me a favor, contact me, share with me. We will share with everybody else and let them know about Bejo. Maybe there's some fantastic areas I'm just not aware of. But once you live there, it's not that bad. And then we'll probably speak Spanish too. I go every 2 months, Rob, with or without bad news. There you go. It's news. Don't say bad news. Don't say bad news. It's news. The news is so that you're aware, just so you know what you're stepping into. Gee, I don't have any problems. I don't speak some Spanish. Oh, Will, I don't have any problems. I do speak some Spanish. There you go. There it is. Appreciate you, Will. Jurassic Turkey, yeah, if you live there, it's a totally different dynamic. You could be more discriminating with the girls you date, how you move, stay out of the park, and it will be fine. There you go. Well said. You know what? I'm going to leave it on that. That encompasses all of it. Everybody that I know that lives there, the ones that I know anyway, that I know personally, like I say, I know them, I met them, we talk. If they live there, they don't hang out at Parquilleras. If you visit it, you hang out at Parquilleras. If you live there, you don't hang out in Parquilleras. But if your company comes in town, where they want to go, then you got to take them to Parquilleras. So I get it. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here now. Let me scan through. You seem happy lately. That's how you know it was a good decision to leave. Let's see. Bonaire, DC. Bonaire. Gordon, appreciate you, man. That is it. So it's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. And they're all like 40, 50 miles off the coast of Venezuela / Colombia. Okay, salute, brother. Appreciate you. Gil, man, I ain't seen you in a while. Damn, you could hook me up with some Airbnb receipts. Could you hook me up with some Airbnb? To where? Depends on where, man. I got a lot of Airbnbs. I got a lot of Airbnbs that I've stayed there. I pick the same ones, and I pick some of the same hotels now. I like to stay. I move around. Never let anybody know where I'm staying, but I stay at the Dan Carlton a lot because it's nice. And it was cheap. Last time I stayed there, it went from $45 to $55. This time it was $100. Not paying $100 for a hotel room. We're not gonna pay $100 for a hotel room here. Not gonna do it. Let's see. Ecuador's in the house. Okay, I gotta scroll out now. Why'd you not go to Pereira? I was just there for 5 days, bro. I ain't have enough time to go too much, but I had a chock full day. $100. You ain't lying. $100 for Dan Carlton. Yeah, check it out. I'm not lying. Check it out. Comes with breakfast though, if you like Colombian breakfast. Anyway, I got to get out of here, guys. I am way past when I expected to get out of here, but I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining me. Remember, travel, but travel safe.